Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 23rd. In this reading, we are going to take a look at your current energies, and then we are going to look at how to change the situation or solutions to your current situation as well, or anything else that wants to come up, and that'll be that. If you want more information on this spread, I am going to do a video that I will link below, kind of clarifying this spread and everything like that. But let's see what is currently going on for you right now, Pisces and Pisces. Your overall energy for the week is the Yang energy. Love it. This is like the Ace of Wands in the tarot, and it's a very good card for starting things or starting something new. Definitely one of my favorite cards in this deck. So it could be a very creative week for you. It could be a lot of success for you in general here, Pisces, with this reading. I mean, it is a pretty successful reading. Some of you could be coming off of a heartbreak or like a walking away situation here, which we'll talk about in a minute. But again, this could be like a very positive new beginning coming in for you here, Pisces. And I feel like there's like a lot of happiness coming in for you as well. Definitely like a sacrifice that needs to be made here, which we'll talk about in a minute. So I do feel for some of you, there's some sort of sacrifice being made with this Ace of Swords. But ultimately, I feel like there is a lot of success coming in for you, Pisces. You start off with the Lovers in your first position here. This could definitely be the ending of a situation. Ten of Cups, Hierophant, and the Death card. For some of you, it could be like a separation or a divorce, obviously. Hierophant with Death and the Three of Swords here, and the Two of Swords. Some of you could be going through a divorce type situation here, or some sort of ending in love with this energy. For others, I feel like this is just a choice. You have a lot of cards that would represent, kind of just picking something new here. Even the Snake card is a card of a transition, or going through a transformation. The Eight of Cups is very similar. And again, we'll talk about this in a minute, but I feel like there is an important decision for you to make this week, Pisces. You have the Ten of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Death card. Again, very simply, some of you could be going through a separation or a divorce. For others, I actually feel like this is love that could be coming in for you. There is some sort of blockage here. And again, we're going to pull cards from the Lenormand in just a minute, and we're going to find out how to overcome this blockage, of course, in just a minute. But I do feel for some of you, this could be like a true love situation. It could be a Scorpio or a Taurus or a Virgo. Aquarius shows up here as well, fire sign. It could be any sign. It's just a general reading. But those signs could definitely be signs that stand out for you here. And it's like there's some sort of major transformation going on here. Even in the Death card, the Sun is coming up between these two pillars. The two pillars on the Sun card are also on the Moon card, your card, Pisces. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like a lot of happiness, or like the Sun is going to be coming up for you here soon with this energy. And this looks really nice. Like I said, it's a really nice reading, especially this. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of positivity coming in for you, or there will be soon. I do feel like some of you have experienced a blockage, though, probably in regards to making a decision with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is kind of like a challenging card because, normally she has a blindfold on her eyes on the Two of Swords, and she's got swords crossed over her chest, over her heart. And it's like she knows that there's something that she wants. She knows that there is something that she desires, but she has to make the decision to do it. And it's like she is fearing the unknown. Behind the lady that's on the Two of Swords, there are new lands. There is land behind her. There's also water with rocks in it. And those rocks represent her fearing like what will happen if she goes to these new lands. But if she just took off her blindfold, she would see the rocks and she could avoid them. That's the whole point of the Two of Swords. It just says, if you just start looking at something new, or if you just go on the journey and take that journey to starting something new, Yang energy, basically the Ace of Wands there, if you just start the new thing, you will be successful. If you stay where you are, you will stay stuck with this energy here, Pisces. You have the Three of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Star. Like I said, this is you kind of moving towards your wildest dreams here, Pisces. But I feel like you're going to have to be very bold. I feel like you're going to have to be very assertive with this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is your center card here, which is the most important card in this 9-card spread that I do. And the Queen of Wands basically says you can have whatever you want. You just need to put your heart and soul into it to make it happen. You do have the Three of Swords as well, which is like fearing, heartbreak. Three of Swords is temporary. It's raining on the Three of Swords, which represents a temporary situation, something that will not last forever. And it can be a heartbreak. It can say that there is some sort of heartbreak going on here. I really feel the word more the word like sacrifice is what's popping into my head here with this Three of Swords, because you also have the Ace of Swords here, which again we're going to talk about in a minute, but I do feel like there could be some sort of sacrifice that you're making. It's probably just letting go of something so that you can have something new. It's like maybe you're just letting go of one job so you can have a better new job. Maybe you're letting go of one relationship so you can have a better relationship. You know, it's something along those lines here. I do feel like it's going to require you to be very bold and assertive with this Queen of Wands. And the Star is like a card of fulfillment and happiness and wishes and faith and hope and, you know, all those other wonderful things. So I feel like there is a lot of success coming in for you here with this Star energy. Definitely a lot of happiness as well. Next, you have this Snake card here. The Snake is a card of a transformation. So I feel like for some of you, you are going through a major transformation at this time with the Snake. I feel like there are things that you do not see with this card. It's like, you know, in a lot of ways, I feel like Pisces, out of all the signs, can probably see the future the most. But I feel like this is saying, you know, also there are things that you just do not see about going to new lands with this Two of Swords. There are things that you don't realize about a new journey that you will be going on. So I feel like for a lot of you, I really feel like this reading is saying, like, you have learned everything that you can from a current situation. So if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling stagnant in your life right now, which I feel like some of you could be in all areas of your life, not just one here, Pisces, I feel like this is saying it's because like whatever it is that you're in right now has kind of run its course. And now I feel like you're ready for a new journey. I just feel like the clarity, understanding like how to get started on a new journey or understanding how to move forward with something could be a little bit of a challenge with this Snake energy. You have the Hermit, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. This is you kind of like being a little bit stuck in the past, I feel, with the Hermit. The Hermit says that you have gone through like a dark night of the soul. He has climbed to the top of a mountain and he has gained a lot of wisdom in that process, and he is now shining his inner light. He has the star basically inside his lantern. You have the star right here. I feel for a lot of you Pisces, it's like you're holding something inside. It's like something wants to be released here. For a lot of you, this could be information. I mean, you know, for some of you, it's like maybe you have a lot to share. This could be in work, in business, on YouTube. It could be anywhere, really. And I feel like this is saying you need to share at this time. There's something that you need to release. Something needs to come out of you. For others, I feel like this could be like your true feelings in a situation here. I'm getting the word bottled up. I thought I was getting the word top earlier. I kept hearing the word at the top, like top, or, you know, something about a top basically with this Queen of Wands. But I feel like it was, the real word was bottle. I realize those two things aren't close, but the messages aren't always clear, Pisces. And so I feel like something has been bottled up here, like true feelings with the Eight of Cups, or, you know, your true desires here with the Eight of Cups as well. It's like going towards your true desires will lead to a victory for you, Pisces. But again, it's probably, you know, new lands with the Two of Swords. It's probably something you've never experienced before. The Ace of Swords represents a sacrifice. There is a palm frond on the side of this card here, and the palm frond represents a sacrifice. So I feel for some of you, there's definitely this walking away energy with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups says you could be walking away from something, and the Eight of Cups is like an uncomfortable card. It can say you are walking through darkness, but at the same time, it's like you are walking towards success. You are walking towards the Nine of Cups. You are walking towards fulfillment, the Star. You are walking towards good things. I feel like this Hermit is saying, like, again, he's facing this way, like into the reading, and I feel like it's saying that you're kind of like staying stuck in lessons, or you're staying stuck in a lesson that you probably just don't need to stay stuck in anymore. So I feel like it's almost time to release something. Again, maybe you went through a heartbreak, maybe it's time to release a person, maybe it's time to release the heartbreak itself with this energy. But let's see what the advice is from the Lenormand, and we will see what comes up for you here, Pisces and Pisces. Between the Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords, yeah, you have the Eight of Diamonds. This basically says you hold the key. This card is called the key, and it just says you hold the keys necessary to release whatever this is. You hold the keys necessary to let go of something that you have been holding on to. The Eight of Diamonds can be a card of like small details, and it can say that you're getting caught up in small details. For some of you, I feel like you could be feeling stuck to like a relationship situation, but it's like maybe you're like paying attention too much to the little things that are keeping you stuck in the situation. Same thing like in work or business. It's like maybe there are just little things that need to be overcome here. Between the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands, you have the King of Clubs. The King of Clubs is the card of confusion. It is a card called the Clouds, and like I said on the Snake card here, I do feel like there are things that you need to, that you can't see. It's like there are certain things that we can't know about the future because we have to, experience it to be successful in the first place. So I feel for some of you, it's like there's a lack of clarity about a commitment here. For others, I do feel this could be you kind of like becoming more independent in a lot of ways, Pisces, because the Queen of Wands is very bold, assertive, wholehearted energy. The Hierophant is Neptune and Pisces, basically. That's not accurate tarot, by the way. The Hierophant does not represent Neptune and Pisces. I'm just saying at this time, this energy here with the Hierophant and the King of Clubs is kind of like Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces is a challenge to our established beliefs, like things that we just have believed about life or whatever for whatever reason. And so the Queen of Clubs is like you just deciding to have your own beliefs. And it's just that simple. With the Death card in the star, you have the Ace of Clubs here. This is called the Ring. The Ring represents marriage. So for some of you, you have a lot of marriage vibes coming up here. I do feel like there could be love coming in for you here, but there's something on this star card that I'm getting about love is what I would say to you here. I feel like you need to kind of like, I feel like everything is connected with this star card is what I would say to you here. I feel in a lot of ways that some of you maybe need to look at some of your past relationships here, Pisces, or all relationships. I feel like this is saying, it's like you have all these stars here, these 7 white stars on the card. And I feel like it's saying those are like 7 like good things about past relationships that you've been in, or those are 7, positive traits that you enjoy in relationships. And I feel like these things are all like, it's like all connected is what I'd say to you, Pisces. It's like once you focus on those 7 good traits, I feel like that's when, boom, like your star shows up, your star person, if that makes sense. So for some of you, I feel like there is a need to realize that it's like there's something about a lesson here. But I don't think you're learning a lesson. I feel like you've already learned a lesson is the point of this Hierophant. The Hierophant is saying you've beaten this to death, whatever it is. So I feel for some of you, this is just saying that you have learned all the lessons. Now look at all the relationships you've been in, look at all the positive traits. It's like once you focus on that, it's like someone with all those positive traits is going to show up. And I feel like you need to realize that with this energy here, Pisces. Could be a Scorpio coming in for some of you. Between the Three of Swords and the Hermit, you have the Ten of Hearts. The Ten of Hearts is called the Dog and is a card of loyalty. So it can represent like true love coming in for you here. Again, it is a card of loyalty. It's also a card of like fortune after difficulty, kind of like the Ten of Cups. So a lot of improvements coming in for you here. A really good card for dating as well. So if you're looking for love, it could be a card of dating. Between the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Cups, you have the Eight of Spades. This is called the Garden. The Garden is a card of a vacation. So some of you might need a vacation, Pisces. For others, it is a card of a harvest. I almost feel like you are building your own garden. But for some of you, I mean, it could be literal, is popping into my head with the Queen of Wands. But the Queen of Wands is wholehearted energy. What I mean by a garden is I feel like for a lot of you, it's like maybe you are collecting a lot of experiences. Maybe you're collecting a lot of things that you can put your heart and soul into. Maybe you're just doing more of those things that you enjoy. I feel like that's just going to lead to more fulfillment. And that's what I mean by a garden. And I feel like you should focus on that with this energy here. I feel like it's saying by you focusing and putting energy into things that are good for you and having a bunch of different activities or a bunch of things you can do that will, that make you happy, I feel like they're just going to bring more happiness into your life, plain and simple. And again, I can't get away from the fact that what I feel like this reading is really saying with this Queen of Clubs, or the Queen of Wands here, is that I feel like you are just doing more of the things that, kind of empower you. And that's amazing. Between the Star and the Ace of Swords here, you have the Child. The Child is a card of children. So some of you could be dealing with situations involving children. For others, it is a card of childlike curiosity. It says you need to be curious at this time. So I feel like you need to follow your curiosity. The Ace of Swords is inspiration. I feel like you need to follow your inspiration with this whole line right here. Ten of Cups, Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords. Literally things that inspire you. There are things that inspire you. I don't care. It could be snakes. I don't care what it is, Pisces. I feel like you need to learn more about things that inspire you with this card. I think you need to spend more time with things that inspire you with that garden card as well. I feel like it'll just lead to a lot of success. In the top row outcome here, you have the Seven of Diamonds, the Birds. The Birds is a card of communication. I mean, it comes up for you all the time because it is a card of your intuition as well. So I really feel like you need to trust your intuition at this time. And that's what I'd say there. So trust your intuition. Middle row, you have the Queen of Diamonds here. This is called the Crossroads. Definitely have a choice to make here, Pisces. I feel like you have two choices. It's like where you are or where you're going. I feel like that's your choice. Like you can stay where you are or you can go to where you're going, right? And it's like you could argue that you're probably going to end up there anyway, right? And this is not a riddle, Pisces. I know it sounds like one, but it's not. I feel for a lot of you, this is saying you could experience a lot of growth right now. You could be experiencing a lot more abundance, but I feel like you have to go to these new lands with that Queen of Swords, or with the Two of Swords. I feel like you are going to have to be brave, like the Queen of Wands, but it's like your life will probably never be the same again. And bottom row, Ten of Spades, the ship, yep. The ship is like going from one place to another. It is a card of moving, traveling, but it could also just be moving on from something. This is like a major empowerment reading, I would say, for you, Pisces, and it's amazingly powerful as well, but I feel like it's like extremely inspiring as well. I feel like you need to chase inspiration. I feel like that's like such a weird concept. Like I'm actually, now that I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm like, man, that is going to be a good video. I should do a video on that. I feel like you're creating a garden of things in your life that you enjoy, if that makes sense. For some of you, I feel like it could be like activities, things that you like listening to on the radio and like all these things. And I feel like I feel like the idea of looking at it like a garden of things that you are growing, things that you are nurturing and taking care of, if that makes sense. I feel like that's super powerful. So I'm probably going to do a video on that because that popped into my head in your reading. So thank you, Pisces, but this looks amazing. So thank you for watching, Pisces, and definitely enjoy your week.